For some of you that might not know, part of what I do to pay the bills, to feed myself, to sustain my dog and all of his habits and shenanigans, I work as a tarot reader and I do independent gigs and parties and things like that. So it's Halloween time, which is my busiest time of year, and I am thoroughly burnt out. But I did want to talk about something that happened today because the people that book me, obviously, they can pay what I charge. And so usually those people are very well off. And that was no different for the party that I worked today. And look, what I charge is fair because I will make a believer out of a skeptic any day. I am that good. That I will say. I will toot my horn on. I'm good. So I get this couple towards the end of the event that sits down. They're married, right? Okay, we're here. The wife asked me her questions. Her questions are pretty standard. They're about her career. And her husband is there. And he said that he had questions, but honestly, he was giving the vibe of he really didn't want to be there. So I didn't press him on it. So I get to the end of her reading and I ask her, so is there anything that you would like to ask me before you get up and continue on back to the party? And she looks at her husband. She looks at me. And she asked me, she was like, will he and I stay married for forever? Ma'am, why would you ask that in front of your husband with me here at the table? But I'm a professional. And so what I say is that, well, yes, I'll answer your question because one of my things with all tarot readings is one, don't ask questions that you don't really want to know the answer to. And second of all, I just don't answer questions that have anything to do with political stuff or health stuff. Those are the only questions that are off limits. And so I went ahead and told her, since this is a question having to do with both of your energies, and as long as you both choose each other, then the card should say exactly that, that whatever energy that you are both holding towards this marriage or whatever, the cards will reflect that. So both of you pull one card that is jumping out at you, pull that one and flip it over. She pulls the Five of Wands, he pulls the Devil card. For those of you that are not tarot savvy, when we're talking about are we going to stay together forever in a marriage, those are two cards you don't want to get. The Five of Wands is literally about fighting and conflict. The Devil card is literally about feeling like you're in a prison. It's about feeling boxed in. It can be about golden handcuffs, like, yes, this gives me the security, but it's sucking the life out of my soul. Or about a person that just wants the end goal and they really don't care about how they make the other person feel in the midst of that. But again, this is why I charge what I do, because I know how to handle these situations. So I pull a clarifier card because obviously this whole situation needs to be like, we need to relieve the tension in these cards. So I pull a clarifier card. Thankfully, I get the Ace of Pentacles. So I spin it this way, in a way that is both honest, not sugarcoating anything, but also gives hope. Because this is a touchy situation, and this is why I charge what I do, because again, I know what I'm doing. And so this is how I handle this situation. Essentially, I said, as long as both of you like decide that your emotions and tempers are not the priority of, sorry, I'm babysitting a French bulldog, but basically what I said was that as long as you choose the relationship over your tempers and your pride, this will make all of the difference between tempers literally ruining things and this relationship and marriage feeling like a prison, or feeling like you're locked in like this and y'all are achieving the greatest heights and just like killing it as far as the marriage game. But it depends on the choices that both of you make. Marriage is a constant choice to stay together. And I will say that the husband, like most men, are very skeptical of tarot or any kind of like divination practices. But he would go ahead and prove me correct, like not even 5 seconds later, because his wife asked him to ask about his entrepreneur like endeavors that he's doing. And I pull the cards, read him what he should do about this. And then she looks at him. And here's where I had an issue because I'm like, please don't start therapy at my tarot table. She was like, I could see that. Yeah, no, that definitely resonates. That's why you're mean to me all the time. Okay, both of you, go back to the party. Goodbye. Anyway, that was my night. I'll talk to y'all later.